What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Tons of bets we can find today. There's actually a good amount live, so we're probably going to do some Kalshi, some live betting, and then some EV from pregame also. Let me get all situated. All right, just give me 1 second here. Need to connect my phone. It'd probably help if my mic wasn't muted. That's on me. Just let me know if you guys want to look at any pregame stuff or sharp money or DFS. We could do all that, but if not, I'm probably just gonna stick to live betting, some ARBS and some EV. Don't let the world. Oh, what am I missing? Bookmakers, bet online, I'm missing Kalshi, and now I'm good. Hell of a month in January. Congrats, bro. Appreciate it, Jordan. Appreciate it. How'd you do? Green? In the green, hopefully. And it was on. What the hell's going on with Nebraska? I got Nebraska money line, and I'm not proud of it. All right. Anyways, let's get down to some live bets. This is what I'm gonna do. Trying to think about how I want to do this. I do too. Nebraska got to lock in. Facts. Nebraska does have to lock in before I crash out. Every time I start to close the door. Let's get MGM out. Let's get DraftKings out. And rock with what's already on here. Is Kalshi on here? I'd be glazing Kalshi now. It's such a printer. Let's check sharp money. I do too. Nebraska got to lock in. Alex switched his Twitter name. I saw that. It's just under the OpsJam name now. Not green, but we figured some things out. Going back to mostly ARBS. I feel that, Jordan. I feel that. I've been so zoned out trying to figure out what's next. I actually don't mind this. So there's tons of liquidity on the Jazz to beat the Raptors. If you didn't want to take the money line, you could take spread. Any good EV plays for Cauchy? I like Cauchy because I don't get limited. I like that. I like Cauchy because of that too. Um, I'll check EV bets for Cauchy, but like usually live is where you'll catch some good stuff. Like right here, if Bet 105 really has him at 168, you could probably get an arbitrage bet in. But I'm gonna be a little bit more picky just because I want to get like higher percentage EV bets. They're trying to say that Nebraska is at 168. Wow, they are. I guess the real question is Illinois actually at, wow, so they are. It's minus 132 on Bookmaker. It's plus 167 on Bet 105. And just based off of what I'm seeing, I would probably say it's hard to tell which side's off, but I'm going to just assume both. So 375 there on Bet 105. And then, what is that, 580? 580. Change to 163. That's fine. It's not too good anymore. I don't like it now. I'm going to refresh. If it means I got more on Nebraska, it means I got more on Nebraska. But based on these pending bets, it doesn't look like I locked anything in. Sorry I missed your call. I was on the jet. So zoned out trying to figure out what's next. Yeah, no, it didn't pop up. All right, let's go check because I have live going here. We could check some ED plays pregame and like Kalshi too even. But first I want to get this sharp money bet in. So like I said, if you don't want to run the Jazz money line because you just feel like, too big of underdogs, then you don't have to. I'm gonna run spread and money line. Um, so if this is real, I'm gonna take it. Just running off some sharp money here. They're saying that the Jazz is at 11.5 for minus 137, and that's like supposed to be better than the rest of the market. Um, I'm about to check that actually. If we go to alt lines and we go to plus 11.5, it's minus 134. So I'm actually not going to take it on cash. I'm just going to take it for 10.5. So minus 114 on FanDuel, uh, minus 116. I'll check Novig and Profit X to see what the best value is at. And if it is there, then I'll take it. But if not, I'll just go to FanDuel. Utah plus 10.5 is minus 113. So it's like barely better than FanDuel, but it is better, so I'd probably take it. Yeah, so it's about the same all around. That's all right. I'll just take the Jazz. I'll take the Jazz for, yeah, let's just do 230. Cool. We got Jazz plus 10.5, and I'm also gonna run their money line. Actually, maybe. And I believe you every time. If you wanted a little bit more variance, you could run their money line. I think I'm gonna take it. Every time I start to close the door. All right, let's book that. What did I get it at? 337. Okay. And these lights make me feel so inspired. Yo, Sabonis to drop a triple double. You have my attention. You have my attention for a parlay. He's not even on FanDuel though. And these are pretty bad odds. They're trying to get it at plus 1,000. You can't even touch that on the other side, so it's not a real bet. It's not a good real bet. Who else do we like? Just more underdog stuff. Easy. I really want to try Kalshi. You definitely should. You should have access to it if it's like in your state. But I mean, if you want to like watch more and just check it out for yourself, that's cool too. Like I'm probably gonna take this as an EV bet if it was still there for FanDuel. That would have been a good EV bet to take. What's my markets on? I want to make sure I have player props too. If like Kalshi pops up. All right, let's run up this next one. Street running. So 217. How does that stack up to the market? If they're getting at plus 217, can I get somewhere close? This bet looks good. Nope, never mind. What's going on, Adam? Uh, yo, is Nebraska winning it? Oh, 3-point lead. There's no way there's just two games on, right? No way there's just two games on, right? I guess it is kind of dry. Yeah, so maybe we will just move into more pregame action stuff. Don't you worry about the distance. All right, let's run up some DFS. I'm feeling some pick six and whatnot. This is a good bet. I'd ride for EV on Kalshi, 73 cents. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. This is how I determine what cents it is. So if this one says 72, minus 257, but then you have to include Kalshi's fees. So right here, minus 263. So I'm gonna ride that bet for 100 because FanDuel had it at minus 450. So you want to take the value there. What's going on, Restivo? KU in the chat too. We need KU to win. Slate was pretty decent earlier. I'm taking today off probably. I respect that, Adam. Got to reset sometimes. Do you like Denver? Let me see. Let me check that out. I don't mind Denver, especially with Jokic being back. But the thing is, like, so like whoever's offering this liquidity, they want to get it at plus 217, and so I want to try to find a very similar price to that or better. And I don't have access to 1x bet, so it's tough. Like I wouldn't want to take Denver at plus 205 because then that's 12 cents off of what this liquidity really wants. If I could get a price at like 215, I'd say I'd probably take it. The best I'm seeing right now is maybe like 212 or 208. Maybe what I could do is just penny jump them. Let me check this out. They're probably like the last game, huh? Yeah. Okay. So we know ProfitX has them at 210. Let's check out nobody. Yeah, Denver's at 212. I don't know about money line just because I want to get it similar to this, but I wouldn't be opposed to taking spread, so we can look at that. Let's check Denver's spread. Can you dig more into your live Kalshi strategy? Yeah, I got you, Fortnite. There's an extension that converts Kalshi odds to American odds, apparently, a Chrome extension. If you get on that, Adam, let me know how it goes, because I would definitely like to use that. I'm going to take Denver's spread, though. That's what I'm going to do, and then we can move on to live betting and Kalshi and everything like that. So the best odds for Denver is plus 7.5 at minus 104. Looks like it's going to be on Novig. Pinnacle has it at plus 7, so they're kind of moving towards the Nuggets. I'm sure it was at 7.5 to start, and then there was just so many people hammering it that they just didn't want it anymore. So we'll take Denver spread tonight. I'm on that green release. All right, anyways, I'm going to load up live betting right here. So if Kalshi or BetOnline or anything pops up, we'll have that ready. And then I'm also going to look through some pregame stuff and see if we can get some value in. So first of all, what I want to do is check out some DFS plays. Anything good here? What's going on, EV Cooks? Okay, so I probably wouldn't arbitrage bet this one, guys, but I'm definitely going to play for EV. Peyton Pritchard to go 2+3s or more. It's at minus 154. The rest of the market's at like mid 250s. So this is a good bet. I like this one a lot. Max it out at 70. I'm already limited on prop builders, so I'm going to go to the cents just because I can maximize my profit there. And then I'm also going to go run that on my other prop builder just to get as much as I can down. If you can get like 3 or 4 prop builders running, man, you could have a good prop builder run. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get limited on here in general, but it's pretty nice. Good. Nebraska up 6 at the half. We like to see that. We like to see that. It actually got better, which is funny. It also says my limit's been exceeded, so I wonder if it's connected. I wonder if it's like all prop builder or something. I'm going to refresh this, try one more time. If it's not there, I'm going to move on. Peyton Pritchard over, not points, but threes made. 143. Maybe the market's just broken on that one, but it's all right. We can move on. Okay, there's tons of better value. Let's run up better. Let me pull up Nebraska on Kalshi just because I want to see this. 33, 39. Okay, okay. Good half for the boys. I also want to check, is KU playing? I thought they played yesterday. Yeah, that was a surprising game yesterday for KU because they were up 1 million against BYU, and then they let them come back into the game. All right, run up better. Let's see. So Nick Claxton under 10.5 rebounds plus assists. This looks pretty good value-wise. I like how the market drops here. You guys can see, like, it just takes a sudden dip. Could just mean sharp actions coming in, but it's enough for me to take it because minus 160 comes out to, you know, a 61% chance to win. And to be profitable with a 3-leg parlay on any DFS book, you only need a minus 122, which is a 54% chance. So we got about 6% edge on each play that we're taking. So we're going to run that up. If you guys want to use the better discount plays, go ahead and go for it. I'm probably going to ignore them, at least for now, just because I want to run more. I want to be able to run a larger bet size down. So Nick Claxton, we're going under. Are you not able to change to sports betting odds in Kalshi on my phone? I changed it. You can. I have it on my phone, but like it'll tell me the percentages and the American odds, but then whenever I click submit, it doesn't. Maybe you have to change the settings on um, desktop. Isn't it like over here somewhere in the settings? I think I already changed it to that, but we can look at that later. Jaime Jaquez Jr. I want to see what his line movement looks like. FanDuel took a massive drop, but they were also already down here to start. I'll probably pass that. Kevin Herter. What are your thoughts on DraftKings predictions? I think all prediction markets are great because people who live in like California or Texas or just states that, don't have a lot of sports books, like this is a great opportunity for you guys. Like easy, if you have DraftKings prediction markets, you don't have to deposit like right away, but maybe like, throw in just not even throw in, just like go on, Odds Jam and then just punch in, DraftKings predictions and then just watch it. Like see if there's any value that pops up. And if there is value and like you have access to it, you can put money in there and that's another book that you have now. Something in your arsenal. I think I like this play a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take Delron Sharp under 8.5 points. That's gonna be my second play. I think they're on the same team, so we're definitely gonna have to find another play that's not on the Brooklyn Nets. Collier, that looks all right. What I want to do also is go to the low hold tool. Haha, was saying KU was in Adam. Oh, Adam KU. Did play yesterday afternoon. That makes sense. I threw in 11 and they matched me through Jazz plus 10.5. Oh, so easy. Are you on Jazz plus 11? Because if you are, it's good value. Depending on what odds you got it at. Let's check out the low hold tool. So we just took that Deron Sharp play. I like that one a lot. You're on Jazz? Nice, nice. Everyone's got Jalen Tyson's rebounds favored to go under. There's been a drop here, a drop here, drop here. Yeah, that looks good. We'll take that. Jalen Tyson under 6.5 rebounds. Under 6.5. So one of the lines got removed. That is confirmation that you are taking the correct plays if they bump on you. We just got to be a little bit faster. Let me change up some settings. I don't necessarily want to low hold to some casual books. So Duncan Robinson under 10.5 points is a direct low hold to Pinnacle, which kind of says a lot. The market hasn't really moved on him except for Pinnacle. Pinnacle's taking a deep dive. Yeah, I like that though. We could take that one. Duncan Robinson under 10.5 points. All right. Congrats on a huge January. Appreciate it, Profitable Edge. I hope your month was good too. Let me know how it went. As long as it's in the green, it's all that matters. And if it's not, as long as we're learning, it's all that matters. I'm gonna go ahead and post these plays into chat so that way you guys can tell. So just give me 1 second. I just came across the tweet that said I missed Prime Dabble. Prime Dabble was something else. All right, if you're following on X, the link is in the chat. I'm going over to YouTube and Twitch now. And it was on. This play may not hit today, but as long as we keep taking profitable plays like this for the long run, it's going to be very profitable. I'm actually curious. I'm going to look up my Pickett for DFS and see like how it's been going for like 2025 and even now. All right, link is in the Twitch chat and YouTube, so everybody should have it. All right, keep live up just in case. I think I'm in a weird time where college sports are getting done, but NBA hasn't started yet, so we're kind of in that little lull of not a bunch of games yet. But it's all right because then we'll just take some pregame value. Someone was asking earlier if I could look at some Kalshi lines pregame. We can definitely do that. So just another like little tool here I can use with Odds Gem. So I'll go to the EV formula builder and then so you can only do 10 leagues right now, which isn't a problem because then what I'll do is I'll take NBA, college basketball, I'll take NHL, and then who else is playing today? There's no football, no baseball. I think it's just this. So we'll just run 3 leagues to make it more simple. I want to do a 2% minimum EV. And then for my formula builder, I'll do 33% Pinnacle, 33% Bookmaker, and then I also want to add in FanDuel just to get a domestic book, and because I believe FanDuel's pretty sharp. And then we'll do 1% circa just to make it that 100. So now it's finding my edge down here on the bottom right once it's loading to there. Date range I'll do today. Don't really need a minimum, maximum odds. Market, it could kind of be whatever. Is this another EV bet we could take? Oh yeah, definitely taking this. Kyle Kuzma under 2.5 threes. This should be at minus 300 according to DraftKings, Fanatics, and FanDuel. So I'll definitely take this as an EV bet if we can get at minus 182. 72 is my max. Now we'll go over here and try to hammer that. Yeah, same thing. Wanted to make sure my limits were the same. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but it looks like Prop Builder's got some like just like a set limit of like winning $40 or winning $50, and then it probably goes down from there. It also seems kind of sensitive. You tap it one time, and then it moves. Looks like that one's still loading. What is this? Let's see if this is real. What was the liquidity? 190. Probability-wise shows 59%, which is correct, because then I'll be minus 143. Order not filled. It's at 59 now, so that's not good. That's not going to get us that risk-free profit. Maybe let me try 100. No, it's at 64. Now it looks way better. Is 64 okay? No, it's like minus 178. I guess it would still be an ARB. 64% is still good. Have you tried to bet esports on Kalshi? Can you? Esports. Oh, wow. You could bet CS2. Wow. No, I haven't. I'm actually very, very curious now because I used to watch a lot of esports back then. Would you bump up your unit size more than 1% if you've been having good ROI results? Yeah, so that's like something I get asked a lot. You in some ways, if you don't bump up your unit size based on your results, good or bad, it kind of hurts you because let's just say like you're up 10,000 in a month and you don't bump up your unit size, you're kind of hurting yourself because like you're still attacking the same edges, you're just doing that at a higher volume. But if like you're not sizing up, then sometimes playing too safe, you're going to miss out on profits. And then obviously if you're losing money, then you want to scale down so that way you can make sure that you have enough to sustain you through everything. My parents would say video games would get us nowhere. Now you can win money betting. I think that's how mine were too. Basically, every guess that parents made about technology killing us, video games being bad for us, it was all wrong. No big deal. I've been getting on Valorant recently and have been green. You've been betting on Valorant? Are you like, how are you doing it? Are you just doing it based off of like your game knowledge, or I would love to tap into the esports industry. All right, so looks like the EV formula isn't loading through, which isn't a big deal because what we can do is run up Cauchy and do the same thing we're doing. 2% date range today. Let's see what we got. So it looks like there's no value in the market yet. So we'll run that. Top 3 plays so far, Claxton. Is there? I can look at a line if you want for Claxton, but I don't know why. Some of these chats, when it goes through, I'll pull it up here. This one says Claxton, but then it says UVU0026. So I'm not too sure. If there's like a line though you want me to look at, I can definitely do that. If you want 3 plays, I'm on Nebraska money line. We're on Nuggets spread and Utah spread. This game's going. I pretty much only bet on underdog on Valorant because the value is almost never good for the favorites. And with Valorant, underdogs are really common. That could be an edge. No time start to Ooh, got tons of Cauchy value popping up. I'd like a little bit more liquidity if I were to go after something. Make me feel so inspired. This one's interesting because this is technically an arbit. It's not even technically. It is an arbitrage bet. It's already moving too. And I believe you every time. LeBron over 5.5 assists. Oh, now we got some value. Vucevic to grab 10 boards. So that's probably not good just because you can get it on Bet 105 or 4CX. Some of these spreads are interesting. Cook up a Cauchy parlay. If it's there, I will. Kind of just looking through everything right now. It's also tough because of liquidity. What is this one? It could have been potential. Is Nebraska back on? Is my sweat going? Ah, they are back. Yeah, I may start to in terms of Cauchy, but let's go to pregame arbitrage and see what's popping there. Let's take out BetMGM and DraftKings. Let's see how much I can get down on this one. I wouldn't mind taking it. This is a better one. Yes. A Lowry marketing over 2.5 assists. $63. Under 2.5 assists. That's what we're looking at. Utah. Interesting. So my max here is 63. That means 140 on this end. I'm gonna hammer prop builder first, just because that's the side I'd want to ride. All right, $8. I'll take that. Became a 4% ARB. That's pretty solid. And it was on. What do we got? We need some more values so that way cash can pop off, so I can show you guys the method. All right. Anyways, back to pregame. Tons of liquidity on the Knicks. It's interesting because they're predicted to they're favored. Jazz has it at minus 174. I probably wouldn't play worse than minus 180. What's Cauchy at? Cauchy's at minus 200, so I can't run a Cauchy parlay there. I'm gonna have to skip that one. We're already on the Nuggets spread. Miami's minus 182. Everywhere else is minus 200. So this liquidity looks good, but sometimes they're just trying to buy price better than the market. So don't be fooled by the large amounts. I think that line is off there. Nebraska minus 5.5. That's what I like. We need to see Nebraska minus 24.5. Why are they underdogs now? They're gonna be swapping blows all game. Jalen Suggs under 4.5 assists. They're getting at minus 102. This is actually playable considering he's minus 104 on prop builder, and that's not too far off. But then the under is going to be at plus money. Yeah, it's a tough one. Third quarter money line. Let's see what we can get down on FanDuel. But if I had to pick a side, I'm obviously going to say that bet online is off on the Celtics. So they're plus 125 while the Bucks are. I don't know who's off here, but we're just gonna hammer. I can get down 200, so I'm gonna do that on each side basically. If this is plus 110, I know I have to get down more. So FanDuel was off. That's interesting. Didn't want to rush that one. Very hard to tell who was off on that. Oh, so here's a good bet. Is it gone already? Yeah, FanDuel moved. Let's run up another EV bet. Jaylen Brown under 2.5 threes. I think that's the only game going right now, huh? Jaylen Brown under 200. Let's run a pick six play after this. Before all these games start. 3-point field goal. This is for. Oh yeah, this is live. $72? Yep. Oh, maybe it is an account based. I always thought that if you hammered one account, you cannot hammer the other because it doesn't let you. Or like maybe there's a way to track that, but I guess not. All right, let's run up a pick six play. Or maybe we'll do more better, but Kind of want to switch it up for sports books. So already this play looks pretty good, but it's gone. It probably got bumped. This one's a direct ARBS Pinnacle, so I already like it. If you don't see FanDuel or like the books you want to check off in order to see this is a good bet, it's usually because FanDuel probably bumped it to like 27.5 or something. So we can check that out right now. I'm street. Jalen Tyson. Yeah, so exactly what I was saying. Sometimes when you guys look through these bets, if you don't see FanDuel, but you only see Pinnacle or like whatever sharp book you want to look at, it's good to always check the sportsbook screen because they moved to 27.5, and so did ProfitX. So if these books are pushing up 27.5 and the over 26.5 is heavily favored, then that's a great bet. So I'm gonna run this on DraftKings Pick Six. Our first play is going to be Jalen Tyson over 26.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. Tyson over 26.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. Chet Holmgren over points plus rebounds. Those combo stats when it gets like this, like points plus rebounds, that's a tougher market to win just because it's more specific and not as common. Do I like the Spurs? I can check after this play. The Spurs just seem like a good bet. I don't know who they play though. You know who's making some noise? Uh, the Charlotte Hornets are making some noise. They might sneak into the play-in and make the playoffs. They beat the Spurs. They've won 6 games in a row. They drafted pretty well. I really think Con Knipple was low key their missing piece. Um, don't want to fade the demon. Where did that one go? I actually didn't mind it. It's gone now. Some of these lines are moving. We got to find a play. Do we like Clifford? Top 3 plays you've seen so far? DFS or like sharp money, or just in general. I'm on Nebraska money line, Utah Jazz plus 10.5, Denver plus 7.5. Player props. I don't know if I've seen anything too crazy. I like Jalen Tyson over 26.5 PRAs. I'm muted. I think I might just be muted on Twitch. Let me unplug and replug it in. I laid TG Denver, and Utah spread looks really good. Nice. Better? All right, that's good. Do I have drafters? I have no idea what drafters is, but if it's something good, I'll definitely take part in it. For those that don't download it, what is drafters? You tape them regularly. I am now a fan of Cade Cunningham under 23.5 points. That's Cade and them. Canadian DFS app. That's actually very interesting. Just downloaded Kalshi. Let's get it. Let's get it easy. Case in point, G. Have you been having success with them? I might have to look at it. What's the value like? Is it like as easy as Dabble? And every time I start to close the door. Claxton is at 11.5 points. Did you take it over? Big Voos. This is such a big drop off. I'm not taking it. Over 21.5 points plus assists. This was only out trying to figure out this next. All right, here's my pick six play. I'm gonna post this into chat so that you guys can tell. Just give me 1 second. What does this say? It's limited value, limited props. Maybe I'll check it out. Limited prop. Yeah, I don't know. This book already seems really interesting. Okay. Street, man. I'm in the city tonight. All right, if you're following on X, link is in there. Posting it to YouTube and Twitch now. All right, I think that'd probably be it for DFS. I wish this would have popped up like 25 seconds ago. Marcus Smart over 7.5 points. I do like that play. He's getting out minus 120. Looks all right. Oh no, green release. Nebraska's down. That Cade play is looking better. Let's do live EV for Kalshi. Did someone get bumped? I'm not too sure. This is what I have. Yeah, it's a 3-leg. To win 6x is 3-leg. It wasn't 4, it was just 3. I have Cade under 23.5 points, Jalen Tyson over 26.5 PRAs, Vucevic over 21.5 points plus assists. And every time I start to close the door, you know. I'm sure there's gonna be tons popping up here. Make me feel so fun. Can I go through my process for plays on Edge Zone? That one's tough because let me try to pull this up. And oh, I love the All right. It's tough because I usually sit at my desk for like 20 minutes or so, definitely longer. And then I'm just kind of looking at like the market movement to start, seeing how every like play is looking, and then basically have to compare it to this little spreadsheet model that I have right here. It takes into account like all player props, how I've been doing through data, and then I like to check market movement to see if it looks good. Um, maybe on like another stream, or maybe I'll like do a video and post it on Edge Zone or something. Nebraska plus 4.5 is at minus 200. The rest of the market's minus 260. It's usually not a. I want like a bigger difference before I take it. So we'll hold off on that. Celtics minus 16.5. How far is that off? 19.5 has tons of liquidity. Ooh, Nebraska got it to a 1-point game. That's major. How much longer am I streaming for? I'll probably call it soon. I wanted to mainly get on and hammer some pregame bets before these other NBA games started, and I'd say we accomplished that. Also looking at some live right now. So, do I do anything different for Kalshi than I would on a different book? I'm trying to think. If I were to like run through my process, how would it work? No, not really. It's kind of like everything else. If it pops up value, then I will take it. If I can arb it, then maybe. Just because I've had success with Kalshi, but I want to get a bigger sample size before like I really start punching in EV. My live filter is just playing off major discrepancies to FanDuel and DraftKings. I would do discrepancies off of FanDuel, but not DraftKings because DraftKings is a soft book. Sometimes like you're gonna catch arbitrage or big EV bets between DraftKings and Kalshi, and then you're not gonna know like what side is really off. Because if somebody were to EV bet DraftKings, they would probably print because DraftKings is a soft book. Notre Dame money line minus 400. Everywhere else is minus 600. It's kind of like deep though. Yeah, I think we're probably good there. I'll go ahead and call it. If anyone has any questions, just shoot me a message and I'll try to answer that. I should be streaming tomorrow. So good luck to everybody's bets today. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time.